Attention passionate Chicago, BENGALS. Latest news, something big is happening in the NFC North and it could change the game. We're talking about a direct impact on Chicago Bears' path to another Super Bowl run, a power shift that could leave a division rival stumbling for years. We're bringing this to you firsthand. But before that, if you're a true Chicago Bears fan, subscribe to the channel to strengthen this passion even more. Show that you're also part of this family. Let's help each other reach 1,000 subscribers. Share with your friends and Chicago, BERSFANS. Let's get to the news, so, folks, buckle up because what I'm about to tell you could be a game changer for the Bears and the entire NFC North. Rumors are swirling from some pretty solid sources, including Adam Schefter, that the Chicago Bears are in serious talks to acquire T. Higgins from the Cincinnati Bengals. And if this move happens, it's nothing short of a seismic shift in how the Bears could approach their future. We're talking about a potential blockbuster trade that could reshape the NFC North and give Chicago a serious shot at not just making the playoffs, but competing for a Super Bowl in the near future. Now I know what some of you are thinking. T. Higgins, from the Bengals? That's a huge name, and it's not every day you see a player of Higgins's caliber potentially switch teams mid-season. But let's break down what this could mean, what it's based on, and how it stacks up for the Bears. To start, Higgins has been a solid, reliable receiver for Cincinnati. He's not just some flash in the pan. He's got a track record of making big plays, and he's only 24 years old. His stats in 2025 look promising. 68 catches on 102 targets for 912 yards, averaging 4 yards per reception with 6 touchdowns in 13 games. That's a pretty consistent production, and his pro football focus grade of 88. 6 shows he's a legitimate weapon on the field. He's also a big guy, standing around 6'4", 215 pounds, with the size and speed to be a true WR1. What really makes Higgins a perfect fit for the Bears is his ability to stretch the field and create mismatches. His yards per route run sit at 2.7, and he's got a YAC yards after catch of 412 yards, which is impressive. Plus, he's clutch. 58% of his catches are contested, meaning he's not afraid of the tight coverage. This is exactly what Justin Fields and the Bears' offense need right now. Chicago's passing attack has been stagnating, averaging only about 3 points per game despite the talent on the roster. The offensive line, which has been leaking sacks with 35 allowed, is still a work in progress, but adding a deep threat like Higgins could be the spark that turns things around. Looking at the bigger picture, the Bengals are struggling this year at 4-9, and that's putting it lightly. They're allowing an average of 2 points per game and are in a tough cap situation, especially after committing huge dollars to Joe Burrow, $55 million cap hit in 2025, making it difficult to extend or improve their roster. With Cincinnati's season essentially in rebuild mode after Burrow's injury, moving Higgins makes sense for them, especially since they're looking to focus on youth and draft picks to rebuild that offense and defense. The Bengals are also eyeing the future, and clearing cap space now could mean they're prioritizing a rebuild over a deep playoff run this season. From the Bears' perspective, acquiring Higgins would be a major upgrade. It's not just about adding another receiver, it's about elevating the entire aerial attack. Imagine Higgins lining up alongside DJ Moore, who's already been targeted heavily and has been a bright spot for Chicago. Higgins' presence on the field would force defenses to double-team him, creating more opportunities for Moore and even Oduns, if he can stay healthy after that foot injury. Plus, Higgins' ability to win contested catches and make big plays in the red zone, where he's already scored 4 touchdowns in 2025, would make the Bears a much more dangerous team in clutch moments. This move could push the Bears' projected yardage to around 100 yards for Higgins alone, adding a significant deep threat element that defenses would have to respect. His YAC and yards per route would open up the run game too. Swift has been averaging an impressive 4 yards per carry, and defenses would need to respect the passing game even more. The synergy between Fields, Moore, and Higgins could elevate Chicago's offensive efficiency to new heights, boosting their average points per game from 22.3 to potentially around 27 or even higher, especially with the red zone efficiency climbing from 62% to around 70%. That's an explosive offense right there, one that could finally shake off the stagnation that's plagued the Bears this season. Now, let's talk about how this impacts the Bears' playoff chances. With Higgins on board, Chicago's odds to make some serious noise in the postseason would skyrocket. The Bears are currently sitting at 9-4 in the thick of the playoff hunt, but adding a player like Higgins could give them the extra push needed to leapfrog some of their rivals. The NFC North, which has seen the Lions grow stronger, could be shaken up by this move. The Lions are formidable, but with Higgins stretching the field and the Bears' defense continuing to play at a high level, allowing just 19.4 points per game, Chicago would become a true contender. In terms of odds, some sportsbooks are already shifting their projections. Before this rumor, the Bears had odds of around plus 2,500 to win the Super Bowl. After a potential Higgins trade, those odds could improve significantly. Some analysts are suggesting they could drop to plus 800 or even lower, depending on how the team performs after the acquisition. Higgins's YAC and ability to neutralize zone coverages, especially in the playoffs where every yard counts, could be the X factor that pushes Chicago over the top. His ability to make plays after the catch, especially in tight situations, would complement the Bears' existing weapons and give them a real shot at making a deep run. Of course, this isn't just about immediate impact. It's about building a sustainable contender. Higgins, with his youth and proven track record, could be the cornerstone piece in a new era for the Bears. His presence would also take some pressure off DJ Moore, who's already been targeted heavily but could benefit from having another reliable option. The red zone efficiency would improve too. Imagine Higgins and Moore working together to convert red zone opportunities into touchdowns at a clip of around 70%. That kind of offensive firepower could turn the Bears into one of the most feared teams in the NFC. All of this points toward a potential dynasty in the making. The Bears are already on a solid trajectory, but with a move like this, if it happens, they could become a team that's not just fighting for a playoff spot, but a legitimate Super Bowl contender. The NFC is wide open, and with the Lions, Eagles, 49ers, and Cowboys all vying for supremacy, Chicago's window is definitely there. Higgins could be the piece that tips the scales in their favor, giving the Bears that explosive edge they've been missing. And so, fans, this is the story to watch in the coming days. If the trade goes through, it's going to be a major headline. The Bears could be on the verge of a new chapter, one filled with explosive plays, playoff runs, and maybe even a Super Bowl appearance. The excitement is real, and the potential is huge. Keep your eyes peeled because this could be the move that defines the Bears' season and maybe even their entire franchise's future. Pause here just for a second. If you want the YOUTUBE algorithm to keep recommending the latest Chicago Bears news to you, it's super important that you leave a like on this video. Go ahead, it's quick and it makes a big difference. Thank you. Now let us continue with the big reveal. And now, Chicago Bears fans, I want to hear from you. What's your take on this? Drop your thoughts in the comments below. Do you think Higgins coming to Chicago is the missing piece? How much do you believe this could elevate the Bears in the NFC? Your opinion matters so much to us and to the Bears themselves. Remember, I'll be back soon with more updates, so stay tuned for the latest Chicago Bears news. This is a team on the rise, and with a move like this, the sky's the limit. Let's ride this wave together, Bears fans. Keep the faith, keep the passion, and let's make some noise.